Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Rich from Boston. Today's the 1st of February. It's 2019. And you can probably tell from the title, there's something going on. And I'm going to show you basically how it's all coming to be and coming to a head. Most of you probably remember the Gillette commercial that's proving toxic masculinity is real and all the fallout that came with that. You know what I'm saying? But Gillette is just one more in a long line of people that have been pushing this meme over the years to the point where we're getting close to critical mass, I'd have to say. But Gillette wasn't the first one. This has been slowly going on for a long time. Now, many of you remember what a white American male was always considered. You've got people like John Wayne, General Patton, the Marlboro Man, so forth and so on. You see what I'm saying? Well, they don't want that anymore because, like a general once said, I believe his name was Yamamoto, you cannot invade the mainland United States. There would be a rifle behind every blade of grass. Now, the elites, the powers that be, the people that run things or push the media, these guys, they know this as well. And these are the same people that own things like football teams, the mainstream media, Gillette, all the big corporations, the people that are behind this entire thing. They also own the music industry, they also own the fashion industry, and they also own all mainstream publications, which is why suddenly you see articles like this popping up left and right. This is old news. Men wearing dresses. I mean, look at this guy. He's got his little straw hat on, he's got his great big black ball. He's got his combat boots, and then obviously he's got a frilly pink or taupe, I'm not exactly sure because I'm not gay, skirt on. And as we keep going down, this is a fashion designer, and you can see he looks completely natural, normal, happy, and healthy in his skirt. And if that wasn't bad enough, they decided to go after the children. So they decided to start putting rappers in dresses. Now, most of you probably know that Will Smith's son's one of these people, but any of them will do it because all of them do what they are told, basically. And this is why you're starting to see stories like this popping up in 2014, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Sperm count dropping in the Western world. The Western world. Do you think that has anything to do with the genetically modified foods, the fluoride in the water, vaccinations, all of these erection, fertility pills, etc.? They're doing this intentionally. They're demonizing white American males. If you're proud of being white because you happen to be white, or if you're proud of being an American because you happen to be an American, they're making all of those things bad things, and you should feel ashamed of yourself. They're even running it in razor commercials, and it's working. So there's that, but it doesn't stop there. Here's an article from just 10 hours ago, and it's a letter from December demonizing white men. And it's a bunch of quotations. And Don Lemon, a CNN anchorman, said, "We have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men. Most of them radicalized to the right, and we have to start doing something about them." I'll leave links in the description, but this is the new norm. This is the new norm. And I, for one, I'm not going to stay quiet about it. I'm a proud white American male, and I am completely and totally straight. It seems that if you're any other color except white, if you're any other sex besides straight, you're good to go. But if you happen to be proud because you're white, or proud because you're an American, or proud because you're straight, and actually I see the word straight white males right there. Let me jump down now that I see this. Stephen Clifford, former King Broadcasting CEO, said, "I will be leading a great movement to prohibit straight white males who I believe supported Donald Trump by about 85%. Well, that's another thing, too. How many times have I gone over this? Time and time again. The powers that be, our democracy here in America presented us with two choices this year, or well, whenever presidents ran. You know what I mean? They provided us with two choices. I didn't pick either one of them, and I don't know who picked both of them. You see what I'm saying? They offered us these two.
So, I mean, that is the land of unconfirmed videos.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Exactly. Those were the two choices, and neither one of them were elected by anybody. Sure, there was a lot of people going to voting booths, and there was a lot of, maps, and there were a lot of talking heads. But these were the two people that the elites presented us to choose from. And if you recall, the video's still up. The day before the election was held, I told everyone that everyone was guessing, gematria, tarot cards, everything else, that Hillary was absolutely going to win. Well, the day before the election, and again, the video's still up, I told you that Trump would win because if Trump didn't win, they wouldn't have the rioting in the streets. They wouldn't have the women dressed up as vaginas, etc., marching down the street. And that's exactly what they wanted. You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what we got. So there's that. At any rate, this is all a calculated push to completely obliterate white males in America. Now, I'm not saying, and I have no issue with any other race. I have issues with people that are assholes, that start wars, that poison people, that vaccinate children that don't necessarily need it, and knock down towers, etc. I have a problem with them specifically. But apparently, evil and asshole knows no color. So I'm not picking anyone, but I just happen to be a white male. And I can't help but notice that anytime, this took me 10 minutes to pull all these links up. White people in America will be a minority. Well, you think that has anything to do with this? We have never ending refugees, people of other faiths, colors, and religions flooding into our country after we bomb or set up coups in their country, etc. This is the Hegelian dialectic, and they are the problem. They're causing the refugees, they're causing the strife, and then they're flooding our country. This was our country, our God-given right to stand and defend this particular country. They're flooding it with people who aren't from here, who don't understand the idea of being a proud American. They don't know what the Bill of Rights is. They don't understand the Constitution. They come to this country and they're introduced to the welfare system, and that's pretty much as far as it goes. You see what I'm saying? And meanwhile, in every single solitary magazine, you see things like this. Even if it's true or isn't, it doesn't matter. They continue to publicize it. They continue to push it. They continue to talk about it. It's everywhere. It's all the time. And it's all by design. Now, the reason for this entire video was this latest article that I just saw, and it just absolutely forced me to make this video. No, it wasn't this one. This is just another, again, in a long, long line, because I find it funny that they're going to say school shooters, etc., are all white men with legally procured AR-15s exclusively and only. The problem is when you look at any one of the mass shootings that we've had here in the United States, almost every one of them can be tied to the FBI or to a drill. So there's that. What I wanted to point your attention to was this article that just popped up today. A bold new theory proposes that humans tamed themselves. Well, how did they do that? Well, a leading anthropologist suggests that proto-humans became domesticated by killing off violent males. Yeah. You see that? Even though monkeys are stronger, monkeys have so much over humanity, except for being able to talk and, drive a car. They're stronger, their bones are bigger, etc. People still believe that we somehow used to be monkeys. I, for one, am not one of those people, but I love the fact that once again they're pushing this. Get rid of those violent males. Well, why would you do that? Well, because behind every blade of grass, there wouldn't be a violent male ready to defend the United States. And that's exactly what they want. Long story short. At any rate, all these links will be in the description. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.